Oh, Courtney Friel. Oh, my God. Courtney Friel from Channel 11 saying, this woman is gorgeous.
Somebody told me to come by.
Yeah, I wanted to meet you because you're from Philadelphia. I want to talk about your dad and your babies and your kids and stuff. But Dr. Kipper's on with me talking about fecal transplants. What was your assignment today for Fox Channel 11?
To cover this festival.
Which is why,
so
okay, you don't have to do it with
live.
such distaste like I'm an idiot for asking the question. I'm not that smart.
No, but I totally
look how
got.
Good you look.
Can I
wow.
just tell you one quick story? So Jimmy Kimmel has put me on his show twice and taken me out of context and made fun of me. I mean,
in what way?
That's what he does. Like, I was doing a story on the new Fox show, The Finder.
Yeah.
So in my stand-up, I said like, oh, imagine
wait a
being
minute.
able to find
You do stand-up also?
No, in
okay.
my
on
camera stand-up or whatever. I was like, yeah, wouldn't it be cool to be able to find everything? Like, that's what and I'm like, that's the premise of the show, the new show on Fox, blah, blah, blah. Well, of course, that was all taken out, so then they made me look like a big idiot. Like, oh, look, here's some blonde being like, wouldn't it be cool to find things? And then another time, a little kid passed out in my live shot. Like, I could do anything about that. So then he was like, I guess she's not a mom.
Where was the live shot that you were doing?
It was a glee club, and I was interviewing the kids on the risers, and one totally fell in front of me. And the people in my ear are like, get to the song. And I didn't really know what to do, you know? What was I going to do? Make the story all about the kid that just fell on the ground? I was honestly thinking he's going to have the worst YouTube. And he was like, oh, well, she's clearly not a mom or whatever. So the point is that I said to him tonight, I was like, yo, just, I'm going to forget about the fact that you made fun of me on your TV show twice, and I'm going to, not take you out of context and present you fairly about your charity or whatever. And he's like, oh, you should totally take me out of context. So then, how he does the segment with the bleeping?
Go ahead.
So in his whole answer, I'm putting bleeps all
great.
throughout. So
you're terrific, by the way. I love having you on. I love that you're from Philly. And we got to talk still about your dad and where you grew up and in relation to me. How long have you been on Fox 11? How long have you been doing it?
Since December. But I was at Fox News Channel for 5 years in
New York. So
aside
from the kid passing out, New York is really weird because it's not like here. In New York, it's a spectator sport. I mean, they will get into your live shot no matter where you are, correct?
Correct.
They're very participatory.
Yes.
So what's the
I was surprised that didn't happen here. These crazy Italians, they're rowdy.
Well, because I
was hoping those comedians that are on stage right now weren't gonna drop an F-bomb because apparently that's my responsibility. Like if something happens,
you could get sued if they drop something.
Apparently,
How?
Like, I don't know. That's what my camera guy just told me. I was like, well, that's ridiculous.
So now you got to worry about.
I know, right?
Wow! How dare you? We're on delay, so don't you even try. Look at those. I see those eyes, those mean eyes. This news girl person.
I don't have a.
So what's the strangest thing that's happened? What's the strangest thing happened doing news in New York or L.A. aside from a kid passing out behind you?
You would like this story. So Hank Williams Jr. He's my most memorable celebrity interview. I was 8.5 months pregnant, and he is drunk, smoking a cigar, blowing it into my face, and I'm like, hello, I'm pregnant. Then, and this is a live interview. Okay?
Hello, I'm pregnant.
I'm like, isn't it like, aren't you like not supposed to smoke, blow smoke in a pregnant person's face? But So then he hawks a loogie right in the middle of the interview, which lands on my purse.
No, it does not.
It lands on my purse. I pick up my purse, and there is a freaking loogie. But I'm like, again, in a live interview, and then I'm like in the middle of asking him a question, and he just walks away.
Was there something you said that offended him?
No, hello.
Because I spent hours with Hank Williams Jr. I spent hours. He fell off a mountain, right? You know that. I'm serious.
Really?
Notice he wears a hat and giant glasses. Half of his head was taken off, basically, because he fell off a mountainside and ripped part of his head off. Plus, he didn't like being Hank Williams Jr. for a long time and playing his daddy's songs. Yeah. And his daddy was the most famous country artist, basically, who ever lived. So he was a novelty act. So he's got issues, a little bit of issues.
Yeah.
All right, who's second to the loogie? That's a pretty good story. Do you still have the footage, by the way?
I might be online, maybe. No, it's definitely not like on a
I want to go see the
video.
kid falling thing. And how do you not rush to help him if you're a good mother? How dare you?
Well,
if that was my kid, I would say drop the mic and be a mother.
Well, I wasn't a mother at the time, but I was really. That's the funny thing about that clip.
Are you a good mother?
He said, "Oh, she's not a mom," and I was like really pregnant in the clip too.
And how old are your kids?
5 months.
Oh, wow.
And
that's
20
right.
months.
How do you do this? Is your husband home with them all? Is he a stay-at-home dad?
No, he's a reporter for Channel 2.
Oh, that's right. So how do you share? Like, you're going to go home now.
Everyone's probably so bored out of their minds. They're like,
no.
Who are these people?
You're going to go
What are
home
they
now
talking
after
about?
doing all these live stories all day.
Yes.
And then you get home and they're up.
Exactly. So that's the thing. When I get home, I cannot turn on the TV. I cannot get on the computer. I need to wind down because they're going to be up at 6 a.m.
What other stories have you done? What are the big stories right now? that you've
I
been
was just
covering.
on this one today, so I didn't have to.
This is a great, by the way.
figure out what
We
else
should
is
mention
going
we're at the
on.
Festival of San Gennaro, and there's comedians. There's a little distracting because there's a lot of noise and comedians
Bryan
around.
Cranston was here.
From
Joe
Breaking Bad.
Montana. Tony Lasorda. Okay, Tony is
Tommy.
from
Tommy.
Tommy. That's right. I don't know anything
I'm
about
gonna-
sports. Tommy is from Norristown, Pennsylvania.
I know he is.
Isn't
I've
that
eaten at his
crazy?
family's restaurant.
Huh, well, I didn't know that.
They have a great Italian
and he just
restaurant.
turned 85.
Yeah, he said 15 more years we'll do the interview at 100. Isn't that amazing? Amazing. Well, thanks. I go, this beautiful woman just walks up, puts it, and starts talking to me while I'm on the air. I'm going, well, that's already odd. And then she puts on headphones, and I thought, great, they got a fan who's going to ask, what's going on here?
So wait, all the times I was on your show, you never like Googled me to find out?
No, I don't have to
You
do
don't
that.
care?
I don't have to do that. No, they do for all kind. I don't even want to know what they're doing with your photo. But no, I didn't. Look at you, because you know you're pretty. See, that's why. You would expect that I would Google you. I'm pretty busy. You know, let's take a quick
Oh, wait,
break.
you were supposed to call me, remember?
I have your number. I haven't been able to
You never
call.
called me. Typical man. Great.
I'll call you tonight when I
Oh.
get off the air.
Oh.
You'll still be up with the kids. I have your number. I will call you at home.
Well, I'd like to
Ms.
say hello
Friel-
to all your
Friel?
LA viewers or people living. Do they listen online too?
They listen online. They listen out of state. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, great.
Miss Friel.
Well, wish you all were
Friel.
here.
Is it Mrs. Friel or is that your husband's name, or did you
No,
keep the
Friel
maiden?
is my name.
That's what I thought. So you don't love him that much. You didn't take the name. Did you have
No,
that?
I'm legally Courtney Friel Evans.
I understand that, but did you have that issue when you got married?
Oh,
Did you say I'm
yes.
keeping? Did you have the
Yes,
discussion?
It was such an issue, and you know what? It's caused me the biggest hassle over freaking 7 years having two last
My
names.
wife did this to me.
Because the prescriptions
Okay.
or the health insurance or the
We went to
this and that, the
we-
passport and the plane tickets, and nobody knows the difference.
knew it.
I mean, no,
I knew
it
it.
is such an issue. Why don't you men take our last names?
I'll take your name right now. I'll call Peter. Peter Friel is just fine. My wife, we went to Universal, and they had tickets put away for us. And after a half an hour of waiting, I said, wait a minute. Whose name is it on? Yeah, so I knew it. I knew there was an argument beforehand because a guy...
See, that when that whole tradition came up, it's before women were working and they had their own professional names.
I understand that.
What- okay, like-
but it still means you don't love him that much.
No, that's-
I know you
that
gave
is
no, you
still
gave
not
him you gave him the
true.
old.
That is
I
not
like that. You
true.
people know me as this. Not that many people know you. Trust me. You can switch it.
Methacton High
Evans.
School people know me.
Next week, Courtney
and,
Evans will be
and
on the
all
show.
those bullies that were mean to me, they need to know that Courtney Friel
All
is
right.
doing well,
You're
not
just-
Courtney Evans, because there's 1,000 Courtney Evans.
All right. And on that note, we'll take a break. Coming up,
Goodbye,
Louis Prima
goodbye,
Jr.
goodbye.
kept his last name. Hold on a second. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Peter Tilden Live, 9 to midnight. Talk Radio 790 ABC.